Hello students, this is Rajesh sir from Mechanical Department, Southeast Asian Engineering College. Okay, so here I am going to explain a problem number 4 in projection of pyramids, that is square pyramids. Okay, in the square pyramid. So here the question states, first we will read the question, then we will understand the problem. Here a square pyramid of 35 mm sides of base and 60 mm axis length rest on HP on one of its corner of the base such that the two base edges containing the corner on which it rests makes equal inclination with HP. Draw the projection of the pyramid when the axis of the pyramid is inclined to HP at 40 degree and to VP at 30 degree. So please be aware, here it is saying when the axis of the pyramid is inclined to HP at 40 degree and VP at 30 degree. Okay, so that means when the axis is inclined to both HP and VP, it's a beta problem, and here there is no word of appears. Okay, so obviously we have to identify beta angle. Okay, so to do this, please remember important points. The square pyramid, its base side is 35 and axis height is, so in this problem, okay, so it is said that base sides are 30 and axis height is 60, axis height is 60 and it is inclined to HP at 40 degree, VP at 30 degree. So that is axis is inclined to HP at 40 degree and VP at 30 degree. So this is what the question describes. Now you should know, everyone, I think everyone have seen the previous video, what is square pyramid and how it looks. So in this problem, he has said it is resting on one of its base corner. Okay, that means the corner should come to the right side. In solids, corner should come to the right side. In planes, it should come to the left side. Okay, so now it has been, you have to draw. So when you keep like this, so we have to draw the square of the base and we have to join the slant edges. So to do this, first what we have to do is, first you draw one horizontal line. So take any one position here on the horizontal line. Now with the compass you measure the sides of 35 mm. Okay, 10, 20, 35. So you measure the length of 35. So okay, sorry, before that, using protractor you measure an angle of 45 degree upwards here, 45 degree upwards. Draw a light line and downwards you measure downwards 45 degree. Okay, draw the line. So once you draw the line, just join the lines, cut the arc. So you got this two positions. From those positions where you have got the intersection position, cut an arc. Okay, so this is how to construct an square pyramid with corner condition. Okay, so just highlight the edges, that is visible edges of the thing. So remaining sides you just erase them. Okay, remaining excess lines you erase it. Okay, so now we have done. So here we have to name. So I'll name it as base as A. I'll go with clockwise, A, B, C, D. Okay, so join the center. So since it should be a visible lines because slant edges are visible. Okay, this is slanted. So here you should name O1 and O. So bottom axis line point is O1 and top axis point is O. Okay, so once you do this, take the projection vertically. So this is top view what we have drawn. So you have to draw the front view. So as we keep, see, you can see here, so now you can see A, B, C, D. So now when we look at from the front view, so you can see A to O, B to O and C to O. Okay, so in the front view. Okay, so for this what we have to do is highlight this base and name this as A dash, and here B dash, this is B dash visible, behind this D is that which is invisible, and O dash, O1 dash, this is also invisible. So D dash and O1 dash, and this is C dash. So we have constructed this. Now he has given the axis length as 60 mm. So from here draw the axis line of 60 mm. So how many boxes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. So once you draw this, from this corners join it. Okay. So here again I forget to say, so since when you look at this view, so to when you draw an axis line but it is overlapping with an slant edge, so that means here there is no need to show the axis line because this B is over, B to O is overlapping the axis line, so we have to draw the continuous visible line. So these are the three slant edges visible. So this is first position. So we have finished top and front views for the first position. Now we have to do the second position. So since it is resting on HP, we have to take inclination with HP. It is inclined to HP at 40 degree. So we have to tilt it. We have to tilt it to an angle of, the axis should be inclined to 40. So we cannot incline the axis directly, so we will take the base inclination. So to identify base inclination, the formula is 90 minus axis inclination, that is 90 minus 40. Okay, so 90 minus 40, it is 50. So take any one position here. So from there we will draw the 50 degree, at an angle of 50 degree, a line. So here we will extend this. Okay, now as usual name this as A dash. So next identify A dash to B dash, A dash to C dash. So using compass measure A dash to B dash and cut an arc. Similarly measure A dash to C dash, cut an arc. Next A dash to O dash, I didn't name here, this is O dash. So measure O dash to A dash to O dash, and similarly C dash, that is C dash to O dash. Okay, we will just name this. This is A dash and this is B dash in bracket D dash O1 dash, and here this is C dash and this is O dash. So we will just join them. So while joining, it should be thick lines. While joining, the line should be thick lines. And here, while joining this from here up to apex to the base, it should be a visible line. From here up to XY line, it should be an axis line. Okay, and it should be an inclination of 40 degree. Okay, so once you finish, take the vertical projections and horizontal projections. Okay, see now I have taken vertical projections from the all the corners of this front view. I have taken vertical projections and also I have taken horizontal projection from this top view. Okay, so now we have to identify the positions. So as usual, same, this is A and this is A dash, they both meet here, and this is here B dash and this is B, they both meet here, and here this is C dash and this is C, they both meet here, and this is D dash and D, they both meet here. So I have identified the base as well as the axis point O1 and O. Okay, so now we have to draw the front view, sorry, top view. So here, as it is inclined, you can see from the top you cannot see the base. So when you cannot see the base, we have to identify visible and invisible lines. The rule is B2C is a borderline visible, C2D is a borderline visible, whereas D2A is not a borderline, moving inside. So they are dotted lines. And even this B2A is also inside moving line. So they are all dotted. So two dotted lines and two visible lines. Now we have finished the base. We have to draw the lateral edges. So when you look at from the top, O2C is a visible line. So just join O2C. We have done it. O2C we have joined. Next, A is invisible. O2A is invisible. But since the O2C is overlapping, we cannot show that. Now coming to this B. B is a border line, so B2O is to be joined visible lines. Next, D2O is a border line, join it with an visible line. So this is how to finish this second position. Okay, now coming to the third position, it is saying it is inclined to VP at 30 degree, that is axis is inclined to VP at 30 degree. So pyramid axis is inclined to P at 30 degree. So what we have to do is we have to place it here. So before placing, since the axis is inclined to both HP and VP, it is a beta problem. We have to identify beta angle. So to identify beta angle, first thing is we have to measure the original axis length and apparent axis length. We have to find the beta. So to do this, first measure from O dash to O1 dash. You measure, see here, O dash to O1 dash, or that is B dash. So take any one position on this 30 degree line. First you draw one parallel line to XY line. There you measure a 30 degree line. Okay, so on that 30 degree line, take any one position, name it as O. Name it as O. So from there, draw an arc. Okay, so once you draw the arc, this will become O1. Now there you draw one locus line. So once you draw the locus line, measure apparent length. So it is true axis length. This is apparent length of the axis. Okay, here. So now you measure it O2 O1 here. O2 O1 here. From the same O position, you cut the arc onto this locus point. Okay, sorry, locus line. So you will get another O1 position. Now using scale, okay, holding from O1 to O, okay, holding O1 to O, you can extend the line. So when we extend the line, you can even extend up to XY line. So or else you can extend up to here. So you can measure the angle. You can measure the angle. Either you can measure here. Okay, here you can measure, or else you can extend the line and you can measure here. So we will measure from here. So it is little bit confusing. So here it is around 43. Okay, it is exactly, if you measure, it is 40. Okay, 43. So beta angle is 43 degree. So here you mention 43 degree is equals to beta angle. Okay. So now once you do this, what you have to do is bring this and place it here. Okay. So that means you have to copy this image here. We have identified beta angle. So now to copy this position, we have O and O1 position here. Never go for this. If you are getting confused, you just erase this here, O to O1. Okay. So now from O to A, I can measure the length O to A. I can draw O to A here. I got the A position. Next, I want to have a C position. So measure O to C. Okay, measure O to C. So you just extend this line, that beta angle line. You just extend to some extent, and from O to C. Okay, so you can draw it as C. So we got A and C. We have to draw B and D. Okay. Next, to identify B and D. Okay. So measure O to B. So same length will be O to D. O to B and O to D. So from O to B and O to D, we have drawn two arcs. Now measure O to D. Anywhere you can take O to D or A to D, A to B or O to B, anywhere. But here I am taking O1 to D. Okay, so O1 to D. Here one arc, and here we will measure again O1 to B. So I think there is a slight change. It's okay. So it will be little bit confusing, but please be careful while drawing this. Okay, because if you make any mistake here, it will make a problem for you. So next, after this, construct the base. Two edges C to D and C to B, both are visible. So just draw this, but C to A is invisible line and D to A is invisible line. Okay, so remaining all the lines are visible lines, that is lateral edges are visible. So just what I am doing in the whatever in the second position, I am placing it on a beta angle. So this is how to place this at an angle of 30 degree, that is beta angle 43 degree. Generally it will be around 41 to 43 degree. Okay, exactly if I want to say, it is 41 degree. Okay, so now it is finished. Now what I have done is I have to draw the final view. To draw this final view, that is front view of the third position, I have to take horizontal projection from all corners of the second position, and now I have to start imagining. So when I look at from the front, so the base is visible. Even you can see here the base is away from the XY line. Okay, so base is visible. So we have to do that. So to before doing that, we have to identify the positions. So we'll identify this is A and this is A dash. So both meet here, right? So we'll name it as A dash. Next, this is B and this is B dash. So they both meet somewhere here. So this is B dash. Think correct? Yes. This is A dash and this is B dash. Next here it is this is C dash, and next here D to D dash. So here I'm extending the line up to here. This is D dash. So I got all the base positions. So since they are visible, I'll just join it with an visible lines. Base is visible. Okay. Now we have to extend from the apex, that is vertex. So this is O and this is O dash. So I'll just extend the line here up to O dash. So this is O dash. Now, so base is visible. Now we have to identify lateral edges. So to identify the lateral edges in the beta problem or appears to be problem, whatever the lateral edges below or on the XY line are visible, above or invisible. Which is above? Here D is above the axis line. So that means O to D, that is O dash to D dash, is invisible line. Above the axis line in this position, if the above the axis line the lateral edge is there, it is invisible line. Now coming to this, B2O is below the axis line or that inclined line. So B2O is also an visible line. Next, O to A is also on axis line, so obviously it is also invisible. Generally it is a border again, so it is also invisible. Next, C to O is also a border, so obviously this is also an visible line. So here I made a small light mistake, so it should be taken little bit outside, I think. This is I should have taken here. Okay, so finally when you complete, this is the view. So this is how to draw a square pyramid with the corner condition. Okay, and axis is inclined to both HP and here VP, so it is a beta problem, so we have to identify beta angle and we have to do this. So be careful while identifying the hidden lines. Okay, so in this problem, this is the solution. So please, I'll just repeat how to draw the beta angle. First, draw the given angle, inclination with VP 30 degree, a line. That line can be extended from XY line, or you draw one parallel line below the XY line, and there you can measure 30 degree line. Okay, after this, measure the true length. Here in the first front view, you will get the true length of the axis, O1 dash to O dash. So you take one position on 30 degree line and cut an arc. Then you draw one locus line. Then you take apparent axis length, that is here in the second top position top view. So here O2, O1. So measure with the same corner, cut an arc on the locus. Now when you extend the line, you will get the beta angle. So you can measure beta angle here or here. Okay. So after this, place exactly whatever in the second position, the top view, place it here, and take the extension lines, projection lines, and you construct the final. Okay. Thank you.